I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. Hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in the UK test part 237. Notable British artists, that's on page 83, while doing shoulder impingement training, and if you participate in the shoulder impingement training, det sätter jag engelsk. So notable British artists, and so we directly start completely correctly. We should know that we are maybe asked questions about these artists and their work. So we should know the names of them and their work. Make sure you know about trends in British art as well, such as the development of landscape painting. You know about trends. We have that religious themes are not used since the medieval ages. Is that what I mean? That the British music has influence on other music? That Henry Purcell was influential for other? We're just going to do the notable British artists. So, the first one listed here is Thomas Gainsborough. Thomas Gainsborough. 1727-1788. Was a portrait painter who often painted people in country or garden scenery. Thomas Gainsborough. I mean, imagine you would know about art that Thomas Gainsborough, probably was even born, was painting portraits of people in the garden or in the countryside. It would be enough to understand a lot about if you then go into more details about paintings and the history of paintings. So Thomas Gainsborough, he made portraits, so basically the picture, the face of people, but also half the body. Let's say half the body, but the focus on the face. And that happens oftentimes when he did it in the country or in garden scenery. So I guess we were sitting on a park bench or something. Maybe I was just standing around somewhere on a lawn. So Thomas Gainsborough, he painted people as portraits, garden and country scene. How detailed are we going to learn that? Pretty detailed. Thomas Gainsborough. I think of geese because of Gainsborough. Because we need something to remember them. I don't like to use these nicknames or something like that, but Thomas Gainsborough. So then we have David Allen, was a Scottish painter who was best known for painting portraits. David Allen. One of his most famous works is called The Origin of Painting. His name starts with an A, so the first letter of the alphabet. So I would say we're making a little movement. I would say David Allen and The Origin of Painting. Because for painting portraits, we have the frame of a portrait. I'm pretty sure there are many portraits which are around. Although we're saying these portraits are rectangle. Is that right? One of his most famous called The Origin of Painting. So we're going to do David Allen, Origin of Painting. David Allen, The Origin of Painting. Having Thomas Gainsborough. So in geese, something with geese. So the animal. Because these geese are running around in garden or countryside scenes, probably what I said during the time. Thomas Gainsborough, portrait painting in garden and country. Who made in garden or country paintings? Thomas Gainsborough. The other one was David Allen, The Origin of Painting. We had someone similar. Benjamin Britten, he wrote A Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra. Let's just take already that one. A young person, we're going to learn them all in detail. A Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra. A Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra. A Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra. Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra. David Allen, the origin of painting, and Thomas Gainsborough, the geese. So it means he painted in the countryside. Now to the short impingement training. If you participate in that, sit here on risk of having a good and stable stand. And we're doing forward shoulder circles. We're going back with the shoulders, up, in your front, and down. Back, front, and down. And now backwards, we're down, front, up, back, and down. And front, up, back, and down. Last time. And now the legs a bit further apart. We're going into the knees, bending forward with a straight back, and releasing the arms in. Now we're pinching the scapulars together, and we're pinching them really together with muscle strength. Now make fists, and lift the arms up, still pinch the scapulars together. And release the arms and the shoulders. And again, pinch the scapulars together. Perfect. Now we fist and lift the arms up, still pinch the scapulars together. Release the arms, scapulars. And then we're going to exercise. The two-shielded turtle training at chair. And the knees, ranging forward, this time for round back, letting the arms hang, turning the arms to the inside, lifting the arms high up, and bringing them together. Now we're straightening up, and we're bringing the shoulders down, and together. The arms high up, and together, shoulders down, together. The arms high up, and together, the shoulders down and together. Just with effort. Longer. Lifting the arms, shoulders, and another time. Into the knees, hinge forward, for round back. Let the arms hang, turn the arms to the inside, and lift the arms high up. Bring them together. Straighten slowly up. Bring your shoulders down, together. The arms high up, and together, shoulders down, together. Arms high up, and together, shoulders down, together. And release. So, David Allen, the origin of painting, he made portraits, and Thomas Gainsborough, he painted people in the countryside. I want to make a little excursion to the awards we had. We had the Turner Prize since 1984 for contemporary arts, and then we had the Lawrence Oliver Award after Sir Lawrence Oliver, later Lord Oliver, and in different categories, for example, actor, actress, and director. So the Turner Prize, the Lawrence Oliver Award, and the Mercury Prize, Best Album. So Turner Prize 1984 for contemporary art. I guess it's all about painting. And because I think there's also in other genres contemporary art. And then we had the Lawrence Oliver Award for acting people and directors, and the Mercury Prize Best Album, and the Brit Awards, different types of music. For example, Best Band or Best Artist. And we had at least another one. Okay, we can't find it now. So we have the Brit Awards, Best Group, Best Artist, so on. And then we're having the Lawrence Oliver Award, Best Director, Best Acting Person, or the Mercury Prize, that is Best Album, the Mercury album of of UK and Ireland. And Turner Prize 1984, Contemporary Arts and Paintings. Joseph Turner, that is after whom the Turner Prize is. Joseph Turner, 1775-1851, was an influential landscape painter in a modern style. He is considered the artist who raised the profile of landscape painting. Do people without knowledge about art understand it? I don't really understand it. So Joseph Turner, he was an influential landscape painter. So he painted mountain ranges or big valleys or something like that. In the modern style. Now what is the modern style? The year 1805. And he is considered the artist who raised the profile of landscape painting. Do we mean with profile something in art? Did he make the landscape paintings higher? Or do we mean with the profile the side view of a human? Or do we meaning the profile that landscape painting became more established? Whenever he raised the profile of landscape painting. Is it responsible to use words which are not understood? So Joseph Turner, influential landscape painting. Let's make that Joseph Turner. So he turns around and he makes a 360-degree painting, and that is how he raised the profile. I think they mean profile that the prestige basically of paintings had grown through him. But we're going to remember it that way. Joseph Turner. He turns around to get a full landscape 360 degrees. Last two exercises against shoulder movement. We're having again a good stay stand, and we're bringing our two arms up. If that hurts, I don't do it. And again down. And we're just observing how the scapulas are moving. Bring the arms up and just observe how the scapulas are moving. Maybe you can feel that their shoulder impingement is happening, or you feel that the scapulas are properly opening up and the humerus can come completely easily just up. Just develop an awareness for the scapulas. First, maybe, so now that the scapulas are there in the first place. Similar exercise, arms to the outside. And again, just observing what the scapulas are doing. Now back together with the scapulas. And now following around the ribcage with humerus. The scapulas are following humerus. Now back together with the scapulas. And again, around the ribcage with humerus, following to the outside. And back together. With the scapulas going around to the outside. And the last time back together. And now we're bringing one arm in front. And we're just stretching. We're done with the shoulder impingement training. The shoulder is back, down, thumb is up, pulling the arm in, but trying to relax the arm. And the other arm. Shoulder is back and down, the thumb is up, pulling the arm in, and trying to relax the arm. And we're done with the training. We're having a little over a minute. So we're having Thomas Gainsborough, the geese, so he painted people portraits in the garden. Then we're having Joseph Turner, he turns around, so he makes bigger landscape paintings and raises their prestige. Now if we're wrong about the profile, then the prestige is wrong. And then we had David Allen, he made the origin of painting, and he also made portraits. Now we're having John Constable. 1776, 1837. Let's do it in the next part. So, I thank you very much. Let's make for that second the 4 patriots. So we're having England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. And England has St. George, Wales has, Scotland has St. Andrew, Wales has St. David, and Ireland St. Patrick. St. Patrick is 17th March. St. George is 23rd April. And Scotland is the last one, the 30th November. So that Wales is the first one and was the first one on the 1st March. I think I got them all. I thank you very much, and until next time.